Yeah, I do have a pulse, yeah.
Welcome to our more
People get concerned when I, at work and stuff, because sometimes when I'm spacing out, I'll, feel my pulse in my neck, and they'll look at me and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, why? Just trying to make sure I'm alive, my dude.
Almost as bad as Lucy. Sometimes she breathes so shallowly when she's asleep, we're pretty sure she's dead. This poor cat. Anyway, so I'm ready to begin.
Yep.
So, Dungeon Master Seph, why don't you tell us what you're going to do for us today?
Last week, our heroes entered into the smuggler's tunnels beneath the church in pursuit of Lord Haramont. After a brief confrontation... Yes?
Sir, correction. 2 weeks ago.
For the sake of argument, we're just going to say a week.
Last week, on into the Maelstrom.
Yeah. Last time on Star Trek The Next Generation.
And now, the continuation.
Basically, last time, the party followed Sir Ardith into the smuggler's caves beneath the church and came across their old nemesis, Lord Haramont. After a brief altercation, they found out the poor woman thrown from the top of the cliffs was the mother of Secola's daughter, Adriana. As they pursued him through the tunnels, they were confronted with an iron gate, meaning he got away. However, Adriana was safe and in the company of a black dragon, whom certain party members took a shine to.
Some more than others.
After giving Little Midnight a power boost, the dragon sent a power with the demigoddess. They reached the beach of Gale Bay, where the mayor was waiting, along with Hullcutter, the Sawagin warrior. And that is where we left them. After just telling Adriana her mother's... I'm going to quickly scootle over to it. So if you give me 1 second, don't say anything about the shop.
Well, someone would want to have a cat in a shop.
A cat in a shop is like an aesthetic, though.
Yeah, it's like a bodega cat.
Meanwhile, in the corner of the stream, there's a cat in shot.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
We've got loads of cats.
Yeah.
I want to do the quote from the Cheech Marin quote from Dusk Till Dawn, but I don't think it'd be appropriate for Twitch.
Nope.
You all know which one I'm beating.
Yep.
No.
I'm feigning ignorance.
I have got no idea what you're talking about, so...
What is a Cheech Marin and why does it go from dusk till dawn?
Anywho.
Yeah, we tried to go on it. We tried to start from a very serious scene here.
Sorry.
Scene. You watch Adriana sink to her knees and start sobbing. Jack and his wife try and console her, but yeah, she's really not taking it very well. Hullcutter has his head slightly bowed. When her radiance is ready, she must make her way to the temple.
Her time to decide. Now she mourns.
Lord Sekolah has made it known to us that you...
All I heard was, made it known to us that you, and then you cut off to me.
It is known
you
to
need
us.
to speak up.
Sorry, it's this voice. It is known to us that Lord Sekolah tasked you with bringing her to the temple. We will give you as long as the radiance required.
As long as she requires, couldn't she just be like, yeah, the rest of my life, I'll stay here?
Wade tilts his head very slowly towards Anarchy. Roll a persuasion check.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Holcotter sighs. As much as I appreciate your humor, she has no living relatives amongst land dwellers.
Who cares about relatives? Family's where it's at.
That's the point I am making.
Oh. I never claimed to be a smart man.
Probably because you're a girl.
We shall leave for now. I look forward to seeing you all at the temple.
Bye.
Holcutter turns around and slowly leads his two companions back into the waves and disappears. You watch as the mayor starts to lead Adriana back to the inn, as his wife, Eris, walks over to you. I'm grateful for your assistance in that.
Well, we had to do something.
Problem.
Hard to believe it. Well, Meredith was quite loved around the town. A little hard for everyone, especially Adriana.
You have
understand.
people who can look after her, right?
I'm sorry?
You have people who can look after her, right?
Well, yes, but if the Sawagins say she has to go back to, well, their temple, I suppose it's the best place for
Oh, that's true. I don't think I know we'll mess with her again after Daddy says no.
I didn't quite catch that, Jurnis. She kind of faded out.
Squish says, I don't think anyone will mess with her if after Daddy says no.
Yes, we all know what happened with Meredith. And Adriana's always been a kind young lady. But it is best she go to Sikor. The last thing we need is mayhem.
Squish glances none too subtly towards Anarchy.
I recognize the word and I'm bouncing on my toes.
Still, you've all had a hard night. We'd best go back to the inn, get you some rest.
I would very
That
much
might
like
be
that. Right, Mitty?
a good idea.
Oh, he's tired.
You'll just have to bear with my swapple over to the map. Yep. There it is. There we are. And
I was
change.
saying that looked a little different what I saw there. I have no idea about the context, but it looked a little different.
And you watch as Eris go over to the back room. A few minutes pass and she comes back out wearing her regular clothing. So, anything I can get you before you turn in?
I'm just tired.
Yes, we've had quite a hard day.
Tell us about it.
Yes, I think it would be wise to retire.
You know, trying to do Holly's voice, but you're not quite making it.
Yeah, I know. I'm no D after all.
Mm.
But I'm trying to do at least the inflection, and you got what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how D does that. It's like perfect.
Can I have some mead?
Holly smiles and starts guiding Anarchy back towards their room.
Heck yeah.
Can I get some mead before I go to bed?
Could you repeat that, please, Jurnis?
Squish is asking for alcohol.
Well, what do you fancy?
Do you have some mead?
Well, I can always do you a mug of bitter for a copper piece.
Close enough.
Oh, something.
Am I not coming through at all?
Everyone's kind of choppy right now. I don't know why.
Yeah, it could be Discord having issues.
Yeah, it's probably because in some countries yesterday was a holiday and everyone's talking now.
Talking? Gross.
Squish.
Well,
agrees.
Eris smiles and she pulls a bottle of rum out from under the counter. My little friend, she pulls out a decent sized glass of it and hands it to Squish.
Thank you. Y'all notice that Squish looks really like shell shocked as she's drinking this.
Can anyone who's paying attention to Squish roll me an insight check?
I'm fairly certain Squish is not taking the alcohol too well.
No, Squish is drinking because it has just hit her that she was about to go toe-to-toe with an adult black dragon to protect Midnight, and the stupidity of that has just kind of hit her. It's just like, I could have died!
Well, that's Madam Squish taken care of. Is there anything else I can get for you? Just kind of looks around the cart.
A strong ale.
She nods, pulls your pint, puts it down on the counter.
Thanks. And Jeremiah just downs it.
Chop, chop, chop.
You're already in bed, young lady.
I know, that's me saying it. I am all about that.
You know, you kind of
I'm
remind me of a
spirit.
fellow I once met.
Oh?
Yeah. Been... God. Must have been 6 or so years. Was a young man in the military. Somewhere up. Outside. Yeah. Was very cunning.
Well, I suppose if he was in the military, he would have to be, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Told me he was originally a conscript.
Well, hopefully he's still out there somewhere.
Yeah. Should have kept in touch with him. I don't even remember his name now.
Well, wherever he is to him. She kind of has herself a glass of brandy and just toasts. Is there anything anyone else would like to do?
No. Squish has had her mild existential crisis.
Jeremiah did as well. And the fact that Lord Harrimont got away again.
Anarchy's just like, another day of business.
You all make your way back to your room and settle in for the night. Anarchy, what is your passive perception?
Never a good question to be asked. 1 second. Passive perception, 16.
16. As you're sort of half dozing, half asleep, you can hear Holly murmuring to herself. When all of a sudden, she's gone.
Like, just vanished?
Yeah.
Sheer, unadulterated panic.
Does she scream?
I don't scream. First I just go, and I start, like, patting down, like, the bed and stuff where she was, and, like, searching the whole room, and, like, now I'm just turning crap in the room upside down, so there's probably a lot of crashing happening.
Okay, yeah, that would wake up.
Did you not get the whisper I just said? Yeah.
Sorry?
I did just send you a whisper, Lizzie.
Did I whisper?
No, I just sent you a
I
whisper.
sent you a whisper.
Oh.
That's in the chat window with a little message.
It's private chat between player and
Oh.
DM.
Yeah.
Okay,
No
never
one
mind.
else can see.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna pat down, I'm gonna gasp and pat down the bed a bit, and then I'm just gonna shrug and then turn back over.
Everyone has a decent night's sleep. Don't really get anything unusual happening. Samael, you do have a dream where you think someone's trying to get in contact with you, but it was very vague. And you
Somewhere
can't
in the
really remember
distance,
it,
you hear
so-
the sound of a Skype call.
Yeah.
But you well, wake up. It seems to be okay. You can hear a bit of commotion going outside, though.
A commotion? What's this? I'm gonna go check it out. Like, groggily. Like, doing the whole drag the blanket out of the bed thing.
Okay. You walk over to a window, and as you look out into the town square, you notice colourful tents being put up. And as you look out to one particular tent, you notice a very... Actually, roll me a history check.
History is not my strong suit. But I'm awesome.
I was going to give you advantage, but no need. Yet you recognise Misfortune is messing around with one of these tents.
Cool. Misfortune, the fortune teller?
Yes,
Also-
the one and only.
The one and only? I'm just making sure I'm getting this
you
person right.
Yeah, you also remember that today they were having the festival to
Oh,
make
yeah.
the sacrifice to the Sawagin.
Cool, cool. I'm gonna go running. I'm not telling. I don't know if anyone else is up. I'm just running at Misfortune. I'm hollering and waving my arms and jumping a whole lot.
Did you jump out of the window? Because you're on the second
Where am
floor.
I on?
You're on the second floor, so
Heck yeah, I jump out the window.
roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh,
Ooh, 1 second.
I'm gonna do that thing where like a little kid jumps off something,
Ooh.
falls, face plants, and gets up and keeps going. So I will do that.
You do that.
What about athletics in case she wants to nail at least the landing a little bit better?
Well, I was going to say the roll for the acrobatics meant she was able to manage it.
Okay.
Because I counted. Yeah, I rolled a 3. Lizzie rolled a 10. So
Right.
yeah, you managed to dexterously flip straight onto the ground. You nearly hit someone with a cart, but you probably would have nailed actually landing on the cart if you hadn't stopped. What are you playing at?
I completely ignore them. I'm straight for Misfortune, waving and hollering.
The
Kids these
taxi
days.
kind of tenses up and then suddenly looks around and just goes, "Oh, it's you."
Hello, and I do a little choppy bow thing.
It's a pleasure to see you, my dear. She does a very elaborate bow in return.
She what?
She does a very elaborate bow in return.
I am enthralled.
I must say, I didn't expect to see you here. Tell me, are your charming companions with you?
Yes, but Miss Holly's on a trip.
I see. I did foresee interesting developments for her.
You foresaw things?
Darling, I'm a fortune teller. It's part of my job.
I've been following all of the advice you gave me for meals and such, and let me tell you, good stuff. Happy tummy.
I'm glad to hear it. You hear that, everyone? A regular customer of mine can confirm that my fortunes are exceptionally accurate.
I got to eat fish!
What can be better on this wonderful day?
So what are you doing here?
Why, I'm here for a festival, of course. Nothing like a bit of extra coin to be made. Of course. If your companions were interested, there's ways they could be making coin as well.
Ooh, how?
Well, on the beach, there are a number of, shall we call them sideshow games. Test your strength, that sort of thing. Prizes to be had, of course.
I was never allowed to play games!
Really? That does surprise me.
I am going to win all of them.
Well, they're not quite.
My chest and do the thumb point.
Well, they're not quite ready yet, my dear, but I would give them a few hours, get yourself some breakfast, and they should be ready for, well, quite the fun day.
Yes! I'll go get them. And, like, I still have, like, the whole blanket, like, trailing behind me. I didn't let go of the blanket. I tried to use it as a parachute while jumping out the thing, which is why probably I didn't do so well. It's, like, tucked into, like, the waistband of my jeans, or, like, my jeans, pants, too, and, like, hair sticking in every direction. It looks like I jumped out a window after just rolling out of bed, which is what happened.
You run back across the town square, you get a few unusual stares from people, but it's nothing you're not used to.
I go back, and I'm just, anybody that's still asleep, I'm gonna start jumping on their bed.
You do realize that Squish's bed is a small dragon, right? Do you jump on Midnight?
Well... Let's see.
Oh no,
this is
the
an
fact that she's
opportunity.
considering this for so long has me very concerned.
This is an opportunity.
A dragon is not a pillow, young lady.
Ardith notices you cringe, goes, Anarchy, what's wrong?
Games! And breakfast.
Games and breakfast?
The festival, it's here!
Oh, yes, they mentioned something about that. Squish? Ardith's going to very cautiously make her way over to Squish and gently shake her shoulder.
Anarchy completely ignores all that, goes up and, like, starts doing a little flappy thing with Midnight's wings.
I'm awake! What's happening?
It's time to get up, Squish.
Mornings are evil.
Breakfast time. Games.
What?
Well, we don't exactly have anything to do now, so might as well stay for the festival.
Yes. Just do a lot of fist bumping and jumping.
Right, well, we'll meet you down in the bar, Anarchy.
Yes. Is anybody else still sleeping? You're about to get the best/rudest awakening.
Jeremiah's still asleep. Go get him.
Oh yeah. I am kicking your doors down. Not like down, but like kicking them open, like Emperor Cusco style. And just jumping on you if you're still asleep.
This is like Christmas
Great,
morning.
no.
Santa's been! Santa's bad.
The foster father, he don't come for another few months.
Ow. Anarchy,
Awaken.
stop.
Awaken!
What is it?
Breakfast and games.
Breakfast and games.
I'm squishing his face now. And like shaking him. There's a festival.
I know about the festival.
I'm going to win all of the games. We have to eat breakfast for me to win them.
Alright. Hang on. Where's Holly?
Miss Holly's on a trip. She'll be back some other time.
Okay.
And then I jump off him, but I get caught in the blankets on the way down, like face plant into the floor, and then I get up and keep going, and it's great.
I guess we better get ready and get a bite. Kid's not going to be calm.
Mornings are evil.
That's so. And Jeremiah takes a peek out the window.
As you look out, you also notice Miss Fortune sort of setting up the business in her tent. You also notice a few other unusual tents. One seems to have mystical knickknacks. That's right next to hers with a little old lady manning that one. Roll me an insight check.
Okay. Little old lady is a little old lady.
Yeah, little old lady's a little old lady. Everything seems to be fine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Totally not someone else.
Is Jeremiah still in his room?
Yeah, he's just been peeking out the window in his room.
You hear blah 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 heading to your door.
I'm up.
And the feet stomps immediately quiet, like they just go dead quiet and they go, okay! And then if you were able to see me on the other side of the door, like there was one foot planted on the ground, the other foot like rearing back to kick that door down.
You already jumped me and squished my face, so I should be up, shouldn't I?
You're
Probably
going
down in a
slow.
second.
And then I'm rushing downstairs, unless anyone else is sleeping.
No, I think everyone's awake now. Everyone's heading downstairs.
I think someone's awake at the worst by the incessant jumping of Anarchy on Jeremiah.
Yep. He's awake.
Good.
As you make your way down, Ardith's already reached there. She's already got a bowl of porridge, kind of picking at it. You kind of know that she doesn't really eat much.
Morning.
Oh, good morning, Jeremiah.
I hope you didn't have the awakening that I had just now.
Well, I don't sleep, so I doubt it.
Yeah, you didn't have Anarchy jump on you.
Wait, does that mean when we share a
is
room,
quite
you just kind of
obnoxious.
sit there creepy in the corner and stare?
We have a big day ahead of us, and I've made plans. I actually haven't. Well, I've made 2 plans, which is breakfast and then games, and then those are my plans. But there could be other stuff too, probably.
Okay, Anarchy, we'll get to the games in a minute, but I really need this answer.
Well,
We should maybe take a little visit to our
Jeremiah.
cat friend.
Oh, I already said hi. She's still great as ever.
Yes, but she might have a few pointers.
You're right.
And not only to your breakfast, dinner, and lunch, dear.
Squish is just
I think those are some of
staring
the
at
most
Ardith,
important.
waiting for her to answer. I need need to know, Ardith.
I'm sorry, I didn't fully catch that, Jurnis.
Squish is just staring at Ardith, waiting for her to answer the question.
I didn't catch the question,
The
so...
question was, whenever we share rooms, because it's been established that Ardith shares the same room as Squish at midnight, Squish asked, does she just sit there and stare?
Well, I don't sit and stare, I meditate, I try and formulate a few ideas, but no, I'm pretty much just sit there, yes.
Ardith, sweetie, that's weird.
A lot of the it's something
also-
that elves can do, dear.
Exactly.
Weird.
Though granted, it's not quite as potent as regular elves. At least not the ones I've met.
Why
Unfortunately,
wouldn't you want to sleep though? You get dreams. Dreams are good.
Sometimes you get
Not in my case, Anarchy.
Dreams can
Some-
also be very mean though.
Anarchy. Sometimes people get nightmares instead.
I know.
Let's just say when I did sleep, I used to have them quite a lot.
I don't like the dreams that bite.
That's bed
Let's-
bugs, dear.
Let's just say, Anarchy, the most terrifying thing of those dreams was me.
Oh, man,
Eh.
yes.
I do like a big brush off of that. I just go and do like a whole hand swipe thing. Like, nah.
No, let's just say that since I got my memories back, I can at least piece a few things together.
And yet you haven't changed for the worst.
For what it's worth, the Ardeth Behelim who committed those acts is long dead.
Yes,
Question is, are you gonna let her
Yes.
stay dead?
completely different one.
Hmm. In a way, my people are quite unique in how we execute people.
Ugh. Yeah. It's much less. It pains me to say this because I'm a barbarian. Barbaric.
Well, that depends on your point of view. It isn't done for empathy or out of compassion. It's more that I was still useful.
Yeah. But it also allows for reintegration into society.
That is true. Almost 2,000 years.
Well, sometimes you need to take a lot of time to get things in order.
No, they had no intention of ever releasing me. At least not unless they needed my skills.
Well,
Sucks to be them then, because we got the best friend out of it.
I appreciate that, Anarchy. Thank you. As you talk, Eris makes her way towards you. Morning, you lot. What you wanting for breakfast?
I mean, the choice is rather large, isn't it?
Well, we see what we can do.
I'll just have some porridge.
Okay. She makes a quick. Everyone else. Wait, where is Miss Holly going to be joining us?
No, she's on a trip. She'll be back.
Fair enough. Like I say, anything else?
Do you have toast?
Certainly, I can get you some toast right away.
Toast.
Would you like jam or marmalade?
Jam.
Okay, I'll just make a note. Anyone else?
Can I have, like, the 2
Sorry,
sausage
second.
meals?
Sorry, just could you repeat that, please?
Squish's voice is not doing well for this. She's basically asking for, like, the meat with meat dish, and she's asking for 2 of them, 1 for her, 1 for Midnight.
Okay, Eris nods to mix a few notes.
I'll have the bacon and eggs.
Okay. Right, she takes a quick check of the list and goes, right, we'll have this through for you as soon as it's ready. Anything to drink?
That was not my cat.
Do you have any juices available?
Certainly we can get some.
So I'll have a glass of whatever juice you have.
Okay.
Juice comes in pots?
I'll sort you out a picture.
I will have
What is-
chocolate milk. The regular, the huge.
Okay. Eris finishes making her notes. She leans her head back into the kitchen. I see. Basically sends a note into the kitchen to have everything cooked. Prepares the drinks and brings them over. She sets down a very large pitcher of juice and enough cups to go around.
It's mystery juice.
And places the chocolate milk in front of Anarchy. Right, I apologise for the juice. It's Roland Berry. It's unfortunately one of you we could get hold of right now. It's not exactly the season.
So well and good.
Yeah, I mean, must be a little bit difficult getting imported goods. Yeah.
As well, all the chips have been going down.
Well, we hope that's going to change soon.
Well, I'd heard rumours that it was Sokola acting up because of what happened to Adriana. I just hope having her near him again will calm him down.
It should at least a little bit.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
The last thing we need is an angry sea god in this area.
Well, seems this area is a hotbed for gods.
It's the entire Scorpion Coast, that's the problem. I think it might have something to do with some ancient elf magic or something. Or some kind of portal that was opened, but we'll never really know.
As soon as she says the word portal, Jeremiah drops his spoon.
And I would like people to make a insight check, please.
My specialty.
As soon as
Fear
I
me.
open, as soon as I open my sheet, give me a second. Insight.
Somehow I feel like I have to. I wouldn't have to roll an insight check today.
Let's have a look.
Did Jeremiah just roll an insight check on himself?
Anarchy, you straight away just looked at Ardith and you can see she looks very uncomfortable.
Cool. In Anarchy's mind, it's like, oh no, distraction time. And then I just shout really loudly while slamming my hands down on the table and standing in my chair. You want to see me lick my nose with my tongue? And I can't do it, but I'm trying super hard.
Everyone, I would like you to roll. What the hell was that be?
Performance.
What the hell, check?
How do you counter deception? That's what it.
Yeah, that wasn't really deception, more just how would I would go with just flat wisdom checks.
All right.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
And Anarchy, can you roll a performance check?
Let's see. Point.
Yeah. Squish and Jeremiah are just watching you trying to lick your own nose.
Anarchy, I don't think your tongue is long enough.
No, just... No, wait, just wait, it'll touch it, I promise. And then I physically grab my tongue, and then just start pulling it up.
Anarchy, don't hurt yourself.
I do what I want.
A few minutes pass, and Eris returns with your breakfasts.
I was this close to trying to persuade her to stop.
Go for it. I'd like a persuasion from Jeremiah
Anarchy.
and a wisdom from Anarchy, please.
Just straight up wisdom?
Just straight up wisdom. Yeah.
God, the kid.
You try, but Anarchy is now determined. After she sees Midnight manage it, she's determined to lick her own nose.
My eyes are crossed in concentration.
Where's Holly when you need her sometimes?
Eris is nonplussed by this
Kids will be kids.
performance, but she just carefully lays down the breakfasts for you.
Kids will be kids.
You're telling me I got 3 of my own?
Eventually, I just grab my tongue and then pull it up to touch my nose, and then I dig into the toast.
Excellent. Midnight just kind of nuzzles Squishy's hand as the pair of them eat.
Good boy.
It doesn't take too long for you to finish eating. Miss Fortune told Anarchy it'd be about an hour or so before everything was ready, so you kind of kick your heels around for a little bit before you make your way outside. And put you on that map.
Some tight.
And I could add a little bit more to the music.
Yeah, add a few people to them, to the track.
I don't have a token, so and I'll need to put you all out there, so...
I'm not here.
Oh look, you can tell the difference between the high budget tents and the low budget tents.
You can see the pyre still set up in the centre of the square. Jack the mayor is kind of overseeing it. As you look across the way, you recognise the coloured tent Miss Fortune's fortune-telling stall is. The array of tables where the little old ladies.
Well, where do we go first? What do you say? Say hello to our friend?
Yes, and then the beach.
There's a stall that had caught my eye as well. Up here, if you don't mind. Just waiting a little longer.
Okay, I can do this. I can wait. And I get a super serious look on my face and just trot off toward the tent.
Okay.
We're making our way to this tent, yeah. I presume, unless anyone else objects.
Objection.
I'm
Well,
not
I've got
hearing
no
anyone
objections.
objecting.
Well, I've got no objections.
Nope.
Well, so there's a lot of noise and distractions and shiny things and music and all going on, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a few people in these rings here looking after some small, cute animals, a couple of rabbits, like a miniature petting zoo sort of thing going on. Up to here, you've got. You can't quite see what's in this tent. You think there's a band playing inside. Tent to the north of where you are now, you can see people just storing barrels in there. It's like a little cider bar sort of thing.
Okay. Luckily, with that
So
wisdom
you can
check,
tell that this is just a small part of the festival. It's kind of spread across most of the town at this point.
Luckily, Squish is able to contain herself enough to control the baby dragon. So you ever seen that animation of Critical Role where Not eats the strange fruit and Captain Vonica lights the torch like ah!
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on in Squish and Midnight's heads right now.
Hey! Hey!
It's
Hey!
like overstimulation. But Squish is able to hold on. She's a responsible parent.
Oh yeah, you can tell that the townspeople really enjoy this festival. They enjoy having a good stump pop.
Squish Midnight, where are you going?
To look at the little animals.
I didn't catch any of that.
She's like pointing over towards like the tiny petting zoo.
You just don't try to eat the goats, okay, Meaty?
You never said anything about the rabbits. Let's go.
As you approach, you notice that in this pen is a reasonably large dog. He's kind of sat there just enjoying being petted and generally just enjoying the day. And there's a couple of them kind of...
Same.
How big are these dogs?
fairly big. But you can tell from the size, they're basically very mature puppies.
They're like Saint Bernards, Mastiffs.
I'd say around about the same size as Saint Bernard.
So a little, about the same size, if not a little smaller than Midnight.
Round about, yeah. The dog kind of tilts his head at you.
Do you want to play with him, Mitty? Remember, you have to be careful.
I'd like you to roll me a dexterity check.
Oh no. Ah, Squish is flexible.
Very flexible, because you just about managed to avoid this dog as it suddenly appears directly in front of you from the other side of the pen near enough.
Good dog.
Yep. Kind of nuzzles your hand, just really wanting to pet.
Oh, you're a good boy. Hey, Mitty, do you want to play with him? Oh, don't worry, I still love you. You're the best. Just in case he feels left out, give him little pets and cuddles.
Midnight gladly nuzzles your other hand.
Alright,
Well,
so
that's...
aside from the goblin trying to get a play date for her son, what are you guys doing?
I'm just vibing. Not just vibing. I'm very excitedly, like, running around.
So, are we making our way down here? In the meantime?
Heck yeah.
Alright. You know where we're going?
Yeah, that is, down here is where, yeah, her place is, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just start going off really fast, and like if there's people in the way, I'm just weaving through their legs and stuff.
Oh, I should follow her. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Excuse me, small kobold coming through. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me. Out of the way, one side, kobold coming through, move it!
As you start making your way towards the tent, Ardith just looks at Jeremiah and just goes, I'll meet you over there later. I need to take care of something.
Jeremiah blinks.
I'm sorry?
Jeremiah looks at her. I hope it's not related to things that were said before.
It's... Well, it's... Don't worry about it.
The fact that you're not saying it makes me worried.
Let me just walk...
Well, I understood what you were saying.
Honestly, it's fine. Jeremiah, like I said, I just noticed... And I would like you to roll me a wisdom save.
A wisdom save?
Yes. Yeah, you're pretty much convinced to it. It's okay.
Ah, so she had a higher roll. Okay.
Yeah. She rolled 19 on her persuasion, so... Like I said, I'll catch up with you later. So just sidesteps and makes her way towards main and vanishes there.
Well, someone has scribbled cat lady all over the tent. That's terrible.
As
For some reason, Jeremiah disappeared.
I have no idea where he's gone.
I mean, he do what he do, you know?
Fairly certain.
One
I'm
second, I'll get...
fairly certain I
One second, I'll
accidentally
fetch your
deleted the token.
Yes.
Though it would have made sense for him to disappear into the tent.
You have to bear with me, I shall fetch him for you.
Just wanted to remove the cat lady tag.
There we go. As you approach the tent, you see there's not a big line, but there's certainly people giving her a lot of pay.
Well, looks like someone's making a lot of bank.
Are you going to get in line, or...?
Yeah, at least... I mean, it's not polite to cut in line just to say hello.
It takes about 15 minutes for you to reach the entrance to the tent. You watch as a particularly excitable teenage girl just kind of comes bounding out and then basically runs down the square towards the beach.
Well, someone got a very good fortune there.
Come in. Next person, please.
Jeremiah steps in and says, "You're not very good at your job if you don't know that it's us. I mean, you could already hear us talking outside."
Darling, I have to maintain the illusion.
Well,
After all, fortune telling is 40% clairvoyance. 60% show.
Yes, but I mean, you don't know who's standing outside, even if they're acquaintances of yours.
Well, darling, I don't need clairvoyance to know that dear little Anarchy here already clued you in that I was present.
Well, to be fair, I was looking out the window anyway.
But I saw her first.
I know.
Indeed. But yes, how can I help?
Well, there are a few things that I would need a little bit of guidance on as to where things will lead us next to. A little guidance.
And how would you like me to divinate this information?
Well, you are the expert. You know which tool would be most efficient.
Well,
My palm.
your palm? Why, certainly, my dear.
Well, it will tell where your path will lead.
She gently indicates for you to sit in the chair opposite her and to hold your hand out across the table.
I jump into the chair and thrust my arm out.
Miss Fortune gently places a clawed finger on your palm, gently running along each line as she examines it, carefully reading. She does like a little spiral in the center. Interesting. Very interesting. I see a mother waiting. She's quite close. Yes, I see a long life indeed. This mother would give anything for you. An empire, even.
Anarchy's just wiggling excitedly.
A jungle. A jungle this mother knows very well. Your lucky number is 6.
Yes!
Also, she's probably going to ask what she should eat.
Yes.
I would recommend the watermelon slices served in the tent just on the beach.
Okay. I'm holding the number 6 on my hand, like on my fingers. I count out to number 6. I'm just saying watermelon, watermelon, watermelon as I like walk off to the side.
Gentlemen, how can I help you?
Well, you already gave us a very interesting pointer.
Well, I can only give you so much information with a single reading.
True.
And much as it pains me to say, I would have to charge you and Master Samael 1 silver each for a reading.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, it is how she makes her living.
Yes, it is.
And can afford her caterwauling. How's the singing going, anyway?
Well, let's just say I sing much better when I'm not drunk. That's our little secret.
Well, thing is, people are only in the mood to sing when they're drunk.
Well, we are at a festival, dear.
Yes. Well, and Jeremiah puts down 2 silver, actually.
And what method would you prefer your divination?
Well, I would assume that nice crystal ball you have there might be able to help.
Certainly, my dear. She reaches and pulls the crystal ball over. It's on like a little stand, it's basically keep it in place. She does a few hand movements, caressing it as she starts to gain the vision. She purrs loudly. Very interesting indeed. Tell me, how familiar are you with the land of Chult?
Met a woman from there once.
A woman from there.
But
Interesting.
never been there myself.
An ancient, wise man of Chult is willing to help you in your attempt to make the doll into a real girl again.
Well,
I know what that means.
that points to something very intriguing. Thank you very much.
I will also say, beauty will help. Just remember whose eye it is in.
Great, we have to bring a beholder.
We have to see a beholder. Got it.
Yeah, we have to bring a beehive. No.
Your lucky colour is puce.
Well, at least it's not puke.
At this point, she turns to Icy. And how about you?
Honestly, the player's kind of brain dead right now.
How would you like a reading?
Oh, I might as well peer into my future a little bit. Might give us an advantage.
Okay. And how would you like me to perform the reading?
Oh, however you like.
I mean,
Player
this is a fishing town. She could probably even read from fish guts.
How do you think she got her lunch? She puts the crystal ball back to one side and reaches for her tarot cards. The first card. Let us see. She turns it over and places it down. The tower. You will have to climb to great heights, I see.
The tower in upright position, okay.
The next card. She draws it very slowly and places it down.
Look, I can see that you're
Yeah.
double lifting.
He who deals with us first.
That's the player who tells it.
The Emperor. I see a magnificent, mighty ruler in your future. One who's got quite the temper when provoked. The third card. She reaches, and as she draws, she flips over a I need to check this one because I just need to make sure it's got the right card.
Don't tell me it's the lovers.
The
It is
lovers
not.
doesn't actually mean falling in love or whatever.
No. But in this case, everything is pointing a certain way.
Ah,
So it would make sense. Though, of course, it's not my place to talk about what the cards are saying.
One second.
So, did you find your Major Arcana yet?
Yes. She purrs and goes, how interesting. I see. Temperance. You will have to resolve a great conflict.
Yes, see.
Your lucky number is 22.
Miss Fortune, before we part, one question. Who's the one who has the stall next to you? Do you know her?
Roll me an insight check. Everyone.
oh, everyone?
Yep.
Boink.
Yeah, you watch her hackles raise. Oh, that old bag. She's some kind of mystic. Comes up with all these trinkets. Personally, I think it's, well, stolen, but unfortunately, we both work in the same club. Well, we're all part of the same club, I should say. I would be wary of her.
Alright. Well, it has been a pleasure talking to you. Talking with you, I should say.
Oh, of course, my dear. It's always nice to see friends.
I hope that the festival brings you much delight and many funds.
It's one of the most lucrative days of the year, my dear, and I always enjoy the evening.
I go ahead and give her a big ol' hug before trotting out.
She gently pats the top of your head in a maternal way and goes, "Just remember, my dear, the mother I saw may not be the mother you're thinking of."
Anarchy
Please.
nods, very like,
But she
style.
considers herself a mother. But I'm sure you're aware.
Anarchy's just like smiling and wiggling and super happy.
Well,
And I should-
isn't it interesting what the Raven Queen does on her days off? That's the player, not the character.
Miss Fortune smiles, puts the tarot deck back where she was keeping them, and goes, "Well, as much as I hate to call our little reunion to an end, I do have other clients."
Of course.
Bye, Miss Fortune.
I shall see you all later at the Drowned Wench.
And I wave and I skip out.
You all make to the front of the slowed lady was working. I would like Anarchy to roll me a perception check, please.
Perception? Ooh, boy. A semi-strong suit of mine. Ah.
1 second. As you're looking on the tables, you notice a row of books. One in particular seems to catch your eye. There's a small light blue crystal in the front of the cover, and it seems to have a strange clasp on it.
Just the book, or just the gem catches my eye?
I would say the book.
Cool. How big is the book?
It's about the size, using modern paper size, I'd say it's about in the size of an A5 notebook, but it's a lot thicker.
Okay,
So it's that
and
A5 dimension. Sorry?
Is this Miss Fortune's stall?
Nope.
No, this is the old lady's stall.
It's
Cool, I'm gonna
the
straight
old
up take it.
hag's stall.
Straight up taking it.
Ah, my dear, I see you have quite the good eye.
I do have 2 of them.
This old crone kind of hobbles towards you. You must be quite an intelligent little girlie if you enjoy books.
Yes. Yes.
This is quite a rare tome indeed. I would be willing to part for it for 20 gold.
20 gold, you say?
Yes, quite a rare and exotic book, that one.
Can I insight that?
Yep, you can give me an insight on that. 26. Yeah, she's been honest. But you do notice something about her that's not quite right.
Of course, Anarchy being as what I don't know what the word is. I'm blunt as a hammer is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
As
sorry?
simple as a brick to the face.
What's up with you?
I don't know what you mean, my dear. No
If you
doubt.
want to say so.
She kind of smirks, just goes, I see your friends with that hissing hussy in the tent next door.
That is not a very nice thing to call someone.
Well, she has habits of spreading rumors about me.
And vice versa, I see.
Well, yes, I suppose you could say it's sort of a, well, I would say pleasantry amongst witches, but more like an unpleasantry. I will tell you what. You may have that delightful, and I will throw in this special book as well. Kind of hands you this other book. It's reasonably old. As
Okay.
you look at it, you open it up, and you can see it's basically a picture book. Nice little storybook.
Ooh. Earlier when I said I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I was straight up meaning I was just gonna swipe it and keep walking.
Now, my dear, if you don't mind, my 20 gold, please.
I don't have that much gold.
What seems to be the problem here?
This book is interesting, and I want it.
I'm just going to clarify that Holly's bag of holding was left with Anarchy. So the party's still got all that equipment with them. It's just Holly's personal equipment that she's got with her.
Oh, and
Holly doesn't have
oh
a
man,
holding.
is it okay to spend Holly's gold? I know if she hangs on to it, it'll basically just go missing anyways. But
Well, you do
I mean-
have party funds.
We do have Squish. Squish?
Yeah, hi.
is petting animals.
If anybody
Yes, please.
asks, there were 4 rabbits.
Did Midnight have a little snack?
It's like it's
Midnight just looks rather fail suggestion and looks to Squish.
No,
Can I convince you
we didn't eat it.
to
We may have
lower the price?
accidentally let it escape.
Roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion, go. Nope.
Well, you don't know what she's rolling.
I'm sorry, dearie. But I'm an old lady. I require funds.
I don't believe that, but I tried my best. Can I have 20 gold?
I thought you were asking me to roll persuasion to see if anyone believed me about the rabbit, but okay.
Yes, you can. We'll get to that. Jeremiah. Yeah, she's been honest. She's a little old lady in need of money.
This is untrue, patently untrue. But whatever floats your boat.
No, that's true. She rolled an 8.
How
That
many
insight check
shinies does she
was
need?
met an 8, so yeah.
No, I mean, like, for me, Anarchy's just straight up like, nope,
Alright.
there's something wrong with you. I rolled a real good insight, so.
How do
And-
you roll inside Anarchy?
That was a 26. Yeah, Anarchy twigged this old woman's not quite what she appears.
Don't tell me she's from this place called Baronia or something.
No, she doesn't
Can
have.
I have 20 gold?
Squish, can I have the money box, please, for a second?
How many shinies do you need?
Tell me about the book.
The book, well, I acquired it from a rather interesting ruin. Some kind of ancient elf city.
Weird. Go on.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed its innate magic.
Yep, feels funny. Go on.
Well, while I personally have been unable to get quite enough information from it, it is the spell book of sorts. Who knows what arcane ancient spells those elves were working on?
If I could read better, who knows what it might hold.
Well, if it's anything like the book that that friend of Holly's had, it's only capable of making little flurries of snow.
Wait, you said it's like a storybook, right? Like a fairy tale book?
The other book is a storybook, but the actual tome with the jewel on it is a spell book.
Okay.
Anyway, so here you go. And Jeremiah takes 20 gold out of the box and hands it over to the witch, who clearly is not who she claims to be, but Jeremiah's too dense right now to get it. Way too much noise around. Even though the carnival has apparently calmed down.
Yeah, I should still be playing.
You didn't have it looping for some reason.
The music's still playing on my end.
It wasn't on my end. Now it's playing.
Yeah. The old lady takes some money and hands Anarchy for 2 books. I trust you'll enjoy those, my dear.
Thank you, weird, probably not old lady. And I hug the
It's
books to
that
my
I-
chest.
Is there anything else?
Nope!
Adding it to our loot table, the Folklemmer book.
Unless you're willing to tell me what is up with you?
Well, I would say
My
we do,
dear.
Anarchy's personal possessions rather than the party stuff.
Okay, I was gonna say, roll me a history.
Boink. Boink.
Ooh. Yeah, you've already met a hag. So you kind of recognize it straight away.
Oh.
Well, how's the business, Miss Missy? I'm joking.
She's not a hag.
Hmm.
She's
Don't
something else
make
entirely. And
I
that's
don't
been
say it out
revealed.
loud, but I'm like, oh, don't make trouble. And I do like a little, like, very not intimidating, I'm watching you eyes thing.
Well, my dear, the only person likely to cause trouble here with me is the cat.
Only if you put booze into her.
Yes, and then, well, her behaviour is not exactly ladylike when she's like that. Still, I only have to put up with her a couple of times a year.
Welp. And I just stand there awkwardly kicking dirt.
Well,
Well,
I
like I
guess-
say, I have many more items for your consideration.
What you got?
She smiles and lifts out 3 decks of cards. I'm assuming that's 3 decks of cards, a feathered belt, and what you recognise as a periaptive wound closure, which you already have one of.
A Perry what?
It's like a necklace.
Oh, okay.
You do already have one, though, but
Cool. Probably forgot. Go me. Thanks, me. I need to figure out how to, like, add items or specific items to my inventory at some point.
I'm pretty sure I have that in the group loot. Give me a sec.
I don't know because I've done.
But okay, did you say there's a feathered mask? Hello?
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 Did you say there's a feathered mask?
And cut out again.
in the stuff that she has, a feathered something, feathered mask, feathered mace.
Attention, please.
I'm sorry, it was just please.
Okay, could you roll me an investigation? Sorry.
Investigation. Okay. Oof.
And you notice that the feathers on it have a very bizarre shine to them. They seem to be rainbow coloured.
Cool. Can I Arcana the crap out of this mask?
This belt, yeah.
It's a belt.
The
Cool.
belt.
I my sound keeps cutting like in and out.
Yeah. I'm getting a few lost packets from Seph as well.
Yeah, I think it's this card having a few issues in a minute. Yep, if you could roll that Arcana, please.
Why me?
Second. Ooh. You're doing well. Well, the DM is not doing well tonight on the rolls. As
Yeah,
you
go me.
examine it, you realise that these feathers are brimming with power.
Okay.
It's a
I
power
like
belt.
Tag and I like, what's it do?
Quite an interesting. I acquired it at the jungle of Chalsa.
A jungle, you say?
Yes, the island to the south was once. Well, the story goes that it was in a land called but she was defeated in battle, and her followers
Seph, you are cutting out ridiculously.
As to this little. Oh, yeah.
Look, the story of Anzillo is very, very fascinating, and how she got her island there, but we're not getting any of it.
But didn't you hear Misfortune? Didn't she say something?
No, that was the player talking to the
Yes,
DM, not
yeah.
the character
Oh, okay,
talking
cool.
to the old lady.
Oh, cool. Okay. But
Not a
didn't
problem.
Didn't Misfortune say something about a jungle to me in my fortune?
It said it to me as well.
Yep.
She broadly referred to myself, to my fortune as well. So it seems there is a destiny there.
It's almost like the DM's been planning the Jungle Island for quite a while.
Well, it's not like we were intending to go there or anything, Baka.
But yes, you recognise these. I'd like to actually roll me a history check. Anyone who's looked at these feathers.
I'm not smart. Not today.
I ate my history book, so I know things.
I'm just gonna roll. Actually, no. I'll roll this just for the hell of it, and fail miserably. Jeremiah, Squish. You recognise these are coatal feathers.
Thought they are almost they were almost a mystery, almost a legend. Just the bird from which these feathers come, the thing from which these feathers come.
I saw a drawing like this once in one of the books. I'm not sad.
The belt, as you are no doubt connoisseurs, you will realise that coatals are very, very powerful magical creatures.
I thought they were extinct, at least in Schult.
Well, who knows where these feathers came from? Chaltzar was part of Chult once, so...
Yeah, about 10,000 years ago. That's the player, not the character. Because how should the character know? Never been there.
Please stop leaning on the fourth wall.
I'm sorry. Did I just cause a little tear there? Sorry about that. Oh. Well,
Are we gonna get it?
how much would you charge for it?
Like I
Just
say,
out of curiosity.
these are very difficult to obtain feathers. I would part for it for about 30 gold.
Do we have 30 gold?
Squish is like standing there with 20 gold in her hand.
Yeah, do 30 gold.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hang on, I have to count.
Okay, wait, so we don't have enough for it?
Oh yeah, we do. Squish.
We do have enough for it.
Squish
Oh, we
is
do?
minted. She was already handing you the 20 gold for the book earlier on.
Wait, did we pay for it twice now? Because
No,
I
you
took
bought
20
the
out.
spell book. You bought the spell book and the storybook.
Yeah, I handed over the 20 gold for that.
Wait, did you take it already out of the party money lockbox?
Yes.
Yeah, we've already paid for the books and stuff.
No, I was talking basically on the meta level now to Nicola.
Yes.
Did you?
Took them out of
You
the
already
lockbox.
had deducted it. Okay.
Do you now want an additional 30 pieces from the party money to get the peacock mask?
Belt.
Shh, belt.
Let me just fix the amount of gold pieces then.
Mask.
I taken them out. Yeah, I think we can go for the mask as well, and the belt as well. Though you put 2 holes in it, it's mask.
I thought I was the only one who
Very
knew that,
well.
but oh well.
The old lady hands the belt to Anarchy. That's 30 gold, please.
Squish.
Okay. Jack,
Squish.
she's giving it to you. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Could I please have 30 gold pieces?
It's in my fist that I'm holding towards you.
All right.
My God.
Well, yeah.
Why do people ignore me when I try to give them money?
The old lady takes the money and basically hitches up her skirt to the side and shoves it up the elastic seam of the tights.
I was very concerned about where that was going there.
It's an old trope.
So what else was on the table?
There were 3 appear to be playing cards.
What is the deal with these cards?
Now these are very interesting. These are decks of illusion.
Decks of illusion.
Yes, there are no full sets in existence, but they are bound in these decks which you see before you. There are 7 cards in this one, 13 cards in this one, and each card, when pulled, will enable you to create an illusion when it is thrown upon the ground.
So is this a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
No, it's actually something from D&D. But yeah, it can look like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I just figured because you throw down Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the giant monster appears above it or whatever.
But there are no trap cards here.
I'm so sorry, that was just the best reaction.
Well, not with
to
that
the
attitude.
card.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, that was just the best interpretation of that. Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what it is.
I have no idea why that was so funny to me. I'm so sorry. Continue on.
My
This-
ignorance
She
makes me hilarious.
She gently taps the 7 card deck. This will cost merely a gold. The other 2 are 2 gold each.
Can we
What
choose
do
the
you
illusion?
think?
Alright, I gotta get going for my work, so after all this, you can just assume that Anarchy goes down to the beach to try to defeat every single game down there.
Alright. What do you say?
Alright.
5 gold?
Bye, guys!
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week. Yes, 5 gold for the full set.
If we take all 3 of them off your hands, would you be willing to part with them for 4 gold?
The old woman thinks for a second.
She's
That would be-
most likely not going to.
Tell you what. I'll sell you them for 4 gold.
Wish?
Alright.
May I have 4 gold, please?
Squish digs yet again into her pouch of shinies and digs out 4 gold.
As you're doing that, the old woman carefully places each deck into a separate bag, separate little cloth drawstring bag, so that you don't get the decks mixed.
Alright.
Do you want to hold on to
This
those,
could-
or do you want to put them in the party resources?
We're putting them in the party resources.
Okay.
The old woman hands you the cards and receives the 5 gold from you.
What was it?
It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir. and lady, well, all of you. It was a pleasure doing business.
I'm just gonna write down deck of illusions.
As we walk away down to the boardwalk where the games are, Jeremiah turns to Anarchy and goes,
Yep.
"You know her?
I'm sorry.
You look like you know the old lady."
Oh no, oh she's a hag.
What, you mean like
I think he just happily trots off as soon as she says that,
you mean
All right.
like the duck woman?
and steals a tent on the way.
Isn't the boardwalk down here?
No, it's this.
Weren't the game tents on the beach?
Yeah, the beach is in this direction.
The beach is to the north.
Oh,
The north is this
the north.
way.
The north is the south.
North of the map.
Yeah, the north's at the bottom.
Yeah, that's why things get tricky when you don't have a compass rose on them on the map. At least for some players. I look at the map and think, okay, it has to be this way around, and when it's not.
Well, I kind of had to had to just drag out a town square map, any town square map I could get hold of, and that had.
Yeah, I kind of noticed
Step
a few of
so
the
the best I
assets are in a slightly different art style. Especially the crate that's over here.
That is standing for.
I know, I know, I said it's a crate. It makes sense.
You make your way onto the beach, and you see there's a few different types of games. There's always like the hook a duck sort of game, the test your accuracy games with little crossbows.
The test your strength game.
Yeah, test your strength. Is there any games any of you would like to play?
Anarchy's already rushing to all of them, so...
Yeah, Anarchy is just basically making her way around the stalls and having a ball.
What did you say was
Yeah.
there?
I'm sorry?
What did you say was there?
Just generally different types of games of the hook a duck type, little crossbow accuracy game, one of those dart sort of things.
Yeah.
Dartboard games, test your strength, a ski
Test your
ball.
luck.
Yeah.
An arm wrestling.
Oh yeah,
The
it's
the
basically
boxing match.
yeah, it's basically your bog
With
standard.
Overball. I don't
Yeah.
know why he's there.
Squish will try the hook duck.
Yeah, play the hook a duck. I would like you to give me a perception and a dexterity check, please.
Perception and dexterity.
Let's see. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna let you have those natural 20s.
Yeah.
You basically use a deft flick of a fishing rod, hook 2 ducks in one go. Oh my god, that's never happened before. What would you like as your prize?
Is there a giant plush?
Yes, there is.
Let me have the giant plush, and I will hand it to Midnight.
Yeah. He fetches down this giant plush for you, and it's nearly as big as you are. Let's be honest.
And it's strangely enough, it's a fake Mario.
You kind of just end up having to plop it on top of Midnight's back, and he's kind of like holding it in position with his wings. Looks like he's riding him. He looks really pleased with himself.
It's me, Giorgio.
I choose to believe it's a squidgy whale.
On that, yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Jeremiah's
Samael
actually
wanted to do
making.
something, so well, let's.
Alright. Yeah, Samael, you go first. I see.
Someone's gonna try the crossbow game.
Okay. The man running it looks to you and goes, "Alright, so 1 copper for 5 bolts."
Alright. Gives a gold and gets the change.
Okay. He hands you back 1 silver and 4 copper. And presents you with the 5 bolts.
Alright.
Okay, and like I say, you just gotta hit the sense of the target.
Oh, perception and dexterity. Point
Yep. Perception and dexterity, please. Actually, no, you know what? I will allow you to use your bow for this. The crossbow you have.
Alright. Slots it in.
Yeah, that hits. You managed to catch it dead on in the middle.
And again.
That hits as well. Oh, you've rolled 2.
I thought I was rolling 5 times for each bolt.
I'll tell you what. We'll cut it at that. Yeah. You managed to hit the 5 targets. You win the grand prize. What would you like?
What do they have?
Let's have a quick.
Let's have a quick loot table. They have a hammer of squeakiness.
You notice
A what?
second. You notice right at the back in a little case a potion of healing.
Take that.
Oh, certainly. He reaches into the case, unlocks it, and hands you the potion of healing.
It's interesting, he manages to reach into the case before it's open.
I'd say he unlocked it. He kind of obviously opened it up.
Yeah, but he opened it after he had his hand in there. Anyway, Jeremiah's going for the test your might, test your strength kind of game.
Okay. Make your way over to where there's this little seesaw. On one end is quite a significant weight. And at the end where you would stand is a decently sized mallet. Well, big fella, you want to crack at it?
Don't want to break this, but yeah.
Okay, well, you've got 3 attempts. Wish you luck. It's 3 copper.
3 copper, okay. He hands him a silver.
Oh, well, pleasure, mate. He hands you back 2 copper.
Right. So perception and then strength, I presume.
No, just roll a strength.
All right. Totally not like that's my strength. Just thinking. No. Wouldn't work.
You bring the hammer down. It's not a brilliant strike, but you're able to send the weight up a decent amount. You get about 3/4 of the way up.
All right. Second
respectful.
try.
Try again.
I think that's a ding ding ding.
Yeah, you basically hit the little chime at the top. Ah, well done. What would you like as your prize?
Jeremiah's looking what the prizes are.
You notice there's a couple of potions in little cases as well, a scroll tube, and there's also a strange little chime as
Uh, I'd be interested in that chime. As it indicates it with his hand.
Which one you go?
The chime back there.
Okay. He reaches for this chime. It's about a foot long. He goes, now this is quite a rare one. This managed to acquire when I was in Centril. I'm not sure quite what it is, but it's pretty nice. He hands you the chime.
Thank you, and I do still have a third hit, don't I?
Yeah, you can have another go.
Because I know a young lady who wants herself a large plush.
Yet again, you just send this straight up to hit the bell again. So you want a giant plush then? We've got a selection here. What would you fancy?
Anarchy, what would you like?
She's kind of just got a mouthful of a toffee apple, and she just points. Go on, and she points towards what appears to be a large, fluffy displacer beast.
Well, you've heard the young lady, the big displacer beast over there.
Oh, certainly. The operator reaches up, grabs the displacer beast, and again, it's pretty big. He just sort of hands it to Anarchy, and he just goes, "Thank you," and sort of skips off with it.
Yeah, you add that beast to you add that to her inventory. I want to see how she reacts next time.
Well, I don't have access to her inventory, so that's going to party inventory for now.
Ah.
I missed what it was because you cut out.
It was you got a plushy person. In fact, I'm gonna say you got a plushy goblin riding on Midnight's back. You got a plushy displaced beast. You got this chime, this feather belt. I think you've already got that in, and you've got a potion of healing from your activities on the beach.
Beast. Chime. I take it the chime's not magical or anything, right?
I'm sorry?
The chime's not magical.
You don't know.
No.
Feathered belt. And because
If
I
only
cannot
you someone.
because I cannot
was he-
spell Kotal, I'm just gonna call it Snake and Daddy Feathers.
Yeah.
You could have also said belt made from IcewindSwiftwings. But that would be very much breaking the fourth wall.
So who got the goblin? Who got the displacer beast?
The displaced beast is Anarchy's.
And I have the goblin.
Yeah, that's the one that's on Midnight's back in a minute.
Excellent.
Just for the sake of argument, we'll say it's one of the Joe Cat's plushies.
Sure.
Because he's goddamn adorable.
Jeremiah strolling down, see something corn.
You do realize I'm gonna dress this in some of my spare clothes and make it a distraction?
What?
Nothing! Nothing!
Corn dogs. Who would put a dog in corn?
Sometimes they put them in the silo to keep away the
He's
rats.
busy, so he doesn't quite hear what you just said.
It's. I believe I've heard of these before. They're cheap sausages and a cornmeal batter fried in oil.
Then why do they call them Dolts?
I honestly can't tell you.
Well, anyway,
And probably has something to do with weird translation.
probably something from Australia or something.
As I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Honestly, I have no idea why hot dogs got the name hot dogs.
It was an evolution of the German word that was shouted for it at ball games.
Hey, Sebastian.
So yeah, is anyone going to roll that perception check?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Hang on.
Where's Ardith?
Yeah, you can all definitely hear this corn dog seller's accent. He's definitely Australian.
I wasted a nat 20 on that.
Get your corn dogs here!
Come on, get your corn dogs in.
Oi, mate!
Yeah.
It's corn dogs!
G'day, mate. Hey, you want a
Nice.
corn dog? Oh, he's a beauty.
Yep. Now better than my dogs. Tell ya.
I think that was the worst Australian accent I ever did.
Considering one of my ex-girlfriends was Australian.
I mean, it could be worse. I could be trying to speak Welsh. Not speaking with a Welsh accent, speaking Welsh.
I know.
You are no longer allowed to make fun of me when I try to do Strad's voice.
I am making
what you
making
could
fun.
possibly need, my dear.
I mean, at least Strad has stopped sounding like Binksy.
Binksy is a lot more
This is
exuberant.
true.
Binksy is like this, whereas Strad is like this. He's more Russian.
Well,
I was going to go for Christopher Lee as Dracula, so...
Well, I mean, technically, that region, Romania, is kind of heavily based on Russian, so
it's
the Russian accent is close enough.
It's also been inhabited by Germans.
Yep.
Which is why Barovia is called Barovia, not something else.
Anywho, back to the
Because it's
point.
clearly a take on Bavaria.
So,
Is there anything else you'd like to do on beach, or...?
Well, I mean, could go for a toffee apple.
You make your way over to the near stand. There's a little woman getting these toffee apples ready, and she can barely reach over the top of her own cart, to be honest.
Hello,
It's got like a... Hey, good morning.
I'd like to have purchased
Black
one of
toffee
your... Yes.
Okay, that's one copper.
Anyone else wanting a toffee apple?
yeah, get one for me at midnight.
I'm sorry, I didn't fully get that,
Am I really not coming through okay?
Nicola.
Am I really that bad? Cutting out and all?
Yeah,
You were
it's-
cutting out at that moment.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's coming out a fair bit.
Squish just basically says get one for her and one for midnight.
Samael?
I'm alright.
That'll be 3 of them. And he hands over
Okay.
he hands over silver.
Thank you, sir. It's under the cart. Comes back up with a handful of copper. Passes you your change. So that would have been 7 copper. And she puts 3 toffee apples onto like a little paper. She has like your little paper cup holder things you get at places like Starbucks.
I thought
She's
you
basically
were
got-
putting them on a stick.
No, they're already on the stick. They're kind of in these little
Ah,
trays.
those. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Basically, just where you put your muffin, your cupcake.
yeah. She basically just hands you over this little tray with 3 toffee apples in.
Thank you very much, and Jeremiah disperses the other two.
Thank you very much, sir.
Have a wonderful day.
Oh, you too. The festival's always much fun. I
Sorry?
would like anyone who's
I'm
paying
gonna
attention to this
roll a
kobold to roll insight, please.
Insight on her. The way
Okay.
she said that makes Squish exceptionally suspicious. And never mind, Squish sees the sweet treat and wants to eat the sweet treat.
Let's see. Squish, you're too busy to treat, but Jeremiah and Samael, you both notice she's looking at Samael and fidgeting, and she's got a very, very wry smile on her face. She's trying not to look at him, but she can't resist.
Oh boy.
Looks like you've got a fan.
Yes, I have an admirer.
She is just an innocent little kobold making money with toffee apples.
Well, maybe I should introduce you to her.
You do remember that I used to be human, right?
Well, when in Rome, which is a place probably in Australia, because everything that is not really
quite. Not quite. It's close. It's in the Ventralian Empire.
When in Ventrali, do as the Ventralians do.
Ventralian Empire is based on Venice, so
It's close enough!
close enough. Damn it.
Yeah,
Venice, Rome, Pompeii, they're all in the same area.
yeah. Venice, Rome, Athens, all the same.
You're gonna get Ezio Auditore jumping on you from a great height, and
Yeah.
And then he misses the haystack.
yep, screaming
Sorry to
flood like Lara
interrupt,
Croft.
but, sorry, I'm just gonna pop in saying thanks for the raid and thanks for the follow. Hi, welcome to the Weird Wagon. But anyway,
Oh, you got a raid, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Hmm.
So, you know what? Screw it. I think Bahamut would approve. Samael is going to walk up closer and introduce himself.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
But,
My name is Samael. What's yours?
Esmeralda.
Oh, Esmeralda. Very pretty name.
Oh, thank you, Sir Samael.
Oh, please, please. I work for a living. Don't call me so.
But you wear armor. You are not a knight.
I'm a cleric.
Oh, I see. She's kind of really fidgeting at this point.
Seem kind of flustered.
Oh, well, it is a very hot, warm day, sir. It's yeah, she's really squirming, and you've really got her flustered.
No, I don't. Well, this may seem rather forward, but do you care for a date?
Oh, she kind of looks to the ground, shuffles her feet a little, and goes, well, the stores will be closing about 6, I suppose. We could go to the pyre together.
Sounds good. Or would you like me to pick you up? Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. I'll just nip to the inn to get changed later on, and yes, I'll meet you here.
All right then. I'll see you then.
Yes, see you then, Samael.
Looks like you're going to go right now.
Jeremiah, don't speak with your mouth full. It's rude.
Yeah, when Anarchy does it, it's cute. When I do, it's rude.
Well, you're an adult. Act like one.
Oh, is it?
It's
Anything else?
fair.
So, is it anything else you'd like to do while on the beach?
Looking a bit for Ardith. I wonder where she is.
Yeah.
Roll
Probably
history
would be
check.
Okay, I was going for a perception, but a history. Okay.
Yeah, you remember that she went north further into the town. The direction.
Yeah. Wait, right, Ardith. Ardith, not here. She's up north.
So
I
what,
just
do you think
hope
we should
nothing
go find her,
bad came to her.
Should we go find her, or just wait for her to come back?
I hope you don't mind me interjecting, but I'm pretty sure your friend will probably meet you all at the pyre later on.
Yes, yeah. Well, we can only hope.
I hope you do find her. This is a very nice town to be in, but I don't know anyone who would enjoy a festival alone.
I don't do either.
How long until the pyre
Okay,
thing starts?
Samael,
You're cutting out. Say again.
later, Samael?
Later, Samael? What?
I will see you later, Samael.
Oh, yes, of course. See you later tonight.
I'm looking forward to it. She goes back to running the stall, and she seems very happy. Her tail's flapping side to side.
Well, got a smile on his face as well. See if they walk away.
Well, guess I
Teddy,
have
my
to
friend.
see that I get my own room then. For tonight.
Well, we'll see how things go.
As you walk away, which way are you heading?
That away.
Heading back towards the north.
Yeah, a little bit further into town.
Okay.
What was I going to say? How much time do we have until the pyre thing?
Half six. So you've got about 2 hours left.
Right.
Better make sure that Anarchy doesn't hurt herself with a crossbow. Games.
Do you want me to just do the time skip?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's not really much else we
basically,
can
yeah.
do. The only thing I'll do is I'll have a look around and see if I can spot any of the cultists lurking about. But that's be about it.
Yeah,
Roll a
that's
perception check.
a very good idea. Them's gonna keep an eye out as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That's 22 from Squish, and a 20. Yeah, Jeremiah, you're too busy trying to keep Anarchy under some form of control. But
Yeah.
Squish and Samael, you don't see any cultists or anything unusual. You get the feeling that with Paramount gone,
They kind of cleared out.
killed most of them anyway.
You never know.
Yeah, the mind flayer got them all.
Yeah, between
Or
us,
rather,
the
maybe-
dragon, and the mind flayer, there's probably not much left.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer basically exploded him with his psychic powers.
Yeah.
So,
So like the movie Scanners. Okay.
pretty much.
Well, alright then. Well, Squish and Midnight will waste time basically playing around like two kids at a carnival, eating too many sweets and playing with the plushes.
I would say the day's activities have cost you about 10 gold in total.
Then I shall remove those from the party funds.
But you've had a really good day.
Jeremiah, there's turkey legs over here that are as big as me!
When it gets to about 6 o'clock, you decide to make your way back to the inn. So you give Samael. You give
another-
Samael. Yep. No, go on. There was.
You have an appointment, I think.
Yeah, and he's got to prepare for that appointment. That's why you're going back to the inn.
So
Yes.
let's make certain we look our best.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, Sam's gonna head back to the
To the inn.
To the inn.
inn a little bit before everyone else, so he can polish up his armor and make sure everything's clean.
I would like anyone who's going into the inn to make a perception check.
Oh, boy.
Sure.
And oh good. I see more than that the walls are made of walls.
Let's see.
Squish is crashing from sugar.
Squish and Jeremiah, you don't notice it, but Samael, as soon as you come in, you can see Ardith sat in a corner. She's got her arms folded, she's just kind of staring at the table.
Oh. There she is.
What?
Where?
Samael points over in her direction. I guess she's been here the whole time. Well, maybe came in before us, I don't know.
So I'm just going to put us in
Go
the
see if she's-
tavern.
Let's see if she's alright. We walk over to her. Oh, there. Everything
Oh,
alright?
Yes, it's fine. It's nothing. I thought I saw something.
When people say they're fine, they're usually not fine.
Honestly, it's nothing to worry about. Out of interest, you remember when we made that copy of Ark's database?
Yes.
The fake copy, I should say.
Yes.
Do we still have it with us?
The real copy? Or...
The fake, we didn't make a real copy, we made a fake copy.
I'm pretty sure Ardith has that.
I thought we put it in the party resources, but
Nope. Ardith kept a hold of it.
No.
She didn't trust anyone else to carry it.
fair enough.
I believe you held onto it, Ardeth.
Right, yes, of course. Sorry, memory's playing tricks on me right now.
Oh, well and good.
So, I take it you've had a good day?
Oh, so far so good. need to run upstairs and clean up a bit. Met a little kobold friend. We're going on a bit of a date.
A date?
Oh, nothing fancy.
Can anyone who's paying attention roll me an insight check if you want?
Of course, the one inside doesn't count as this one
I'll
I'm
give it a try.
worse.
Nope, never mind. Squish and Midnight are too busy playing with the plushes.
Yeah, you don't seem to notice anything untoward. I just want to check. Did Anarchy put that spell book into the bag of holding?
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
that's in the bag of holding.
Okay.
I made certain that it's in there.
Okay. I just need to make one quick roll.
Oh no.
Keep in mind that my passive perception is 14. Because I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that you're going to roll stealth.
Going to say, would you roll me a perception, please?
Everybody or just Jeremiah?
Perception.
Oh,
I'll let you have advantage on that since you already kind of intimated that Jeremiah knows something's wrong. Yeah, Samael, you don't notice anything untoward. You're still hyper about your date, but Samael, yeah, you notice Ardith is looking at the bag of holding.
yeah,
I think you meant Jeremiah.
we kind of figured that out, I believe.
Yeah. So
Don't you worry.
Ardith is just staring at the bag of holding.
Ardith?
What? What is it?
Something drawing your attention?
Yes. Have you bought anything unusual?
Just a tome from the Foreclaimers, I presume.
Are you going to tell her about it?
We bought a book with a little bit of with a fancy cover.
Oh, may I take a look?
I'd rather you not. Last time you got your hands on something similar, you kind of lost the plot.
Last time I got my hand... If you're referring to that crystal, that was... Well, that was like a personal history thing. It's complicated, but nothing should affect me like that again.
I'm just saying, I would rather be careful about these things. It's apparently a spell book of some sort.
A spellbook.
Yes.
So you're preventing the arcane expert of the group from taking a look at the spellbook.
Now that you're putting it this way, and
I will allow you to roll persuasion to try to stop her from wanting to look at this book.
look, it might be it might have a negative effect on you. I just don't want that to happen.
Like I say, roll persuasion, that's 30. Oh, no, I would rather like to have a look. He kind of holds her hand out for the book. If you don't mind, Jeremiah.
Thing is, you won't give up until I give it to you.
Well, look at it this way. I'm the only one here who can speak the four-claimer language. And I'm a wizard, so... I'm pretty much the only person who can actually determine what this book is.
He takes it out of the bag of holding, but holds onto the book right now.
The bag of holding is in Squish's pocket.
Squish,
Stop grabbing me!
can I have the bag of holding, please?
Okay.
Just for a second. And he puts an arm in and rummages around and pulls out this tome.
As you pull it out, you watch as Ardith recoils. You're in a little booth, and she basically half leaps up onto the seat, back against the wall, just glaring at this book.
Ah,
So that's not a good sign.
that's...
Put that thing away right now.
Alright. Jeremiah just puts the book away.
Ardith actually, no, I'm just going to roll something.
Squish just kind of takes back the bag of the pouch of holding.
Ooh, she was lucky on that one. She's kind of slumps back into the seat. Where did you find that thing?
What is it?
It's a spell book.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out.
Why do you think we got ripped off for it?
Look, just keep it in your bag, and if we can find somewhere safe to put it, we'll put it somewhere safe. If not, we'll throw it off the back end of Ark and say no more about it.
I feel like I'm missing something here. What's going on?
Let me make an educated guess.
You can roll insight first.
I mean, I can make an educated guess nevertheless. Because Jeremiah has an idea.
Yeah, you know she knows exactly what this book is and who it belonged to.
So sometimes the weirdest friends of old lives return to you.
Look, keep it in the bag of holding. Like I say, we'll find somewhere to either keep it or dispose of it.
I'm confused.
Just one thing. What were you looking for further north in town?
I thought I saw someone.
Well, don't tell me it was another four-claimer.
If I'm correct, yes.
Don't
And
tell me that.
Somehow they found that book.
Yes. You know the tent with misfortune?
Yes.
Well, you know that next to that there was a store with an old woman.
Yes, I remember seeing her.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the person you saw.
She kind of tilts her head to look at you as if you're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
No.
We bought that book at her store.
Out of that, she practically storms straight out of the tavern.
Jeremiah follows behind.
She just marches straight across that that square to the old woman. Hello, my dear. How am I? You saw my friend's book today. Spell book. Blue crystal on it. I need to know who gave you that book. I don't know what you mean, dear. I don't see why. It was a elf, very much like yourself. No, that was not intentional, before anyone says anything. Jeremiah, roll insight.
That's not the story she told before.
Yeah. You realise that this time she's being truthful, and it looks like Ardith is going to kill her.
Okay, pull her back.
Ardith?
Ask questions first, then shoot.
Look, just tell me what this elf looked like. Well, as I say, dearie, very much like yourself. That a very lovely mask that she wouldn't part with for love nor money. Does anyone want to roll anything for that?
Sure.
Yeah, but what would it be? What would it be?
I
So,
would say...
whom do I know that also wears masks?
Yeah, I'll go with insight for that. 1 second.
We met a lot of people with masks.
5. Yeah, you realise that almost all the four claimers you've seen that are either in the military or are in senior positions, with the exception of the village leader you've met previously, all wear ornate masks.
What color were the lines?
I'm not quite sure. The mask itself, let's quickly check. The mask itself was white with gold lines on it.
Does that mean anything to you, Ardith?
I'm sorry?
Squish is asking, does that mean anything to Ardith?
No, not really. It's... Bear in mind, that these four claimers probably are from that same place the others went to. You remember when they abandoned their city?
Yeah.
I would like to try deducing something. Given that we've seen military ranks of Arcadia so far, if the colors are, if I go by the assumption, if Jeremiah goes by the assumption, maybe the color is kind of like their rank insignia. So, who would that be? I'm going to roll an intelligence check to see if he's going to come up. Nope.
I would need you to roll... Yeah, so 1 second.
He's too.
Yeah, you can't really remember much. You don't really remember much of what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, military people had lines, but I don't know. I really don't know. Did they have white masks?
We should go back. We should go back to the inn
All right.
and stay there for the night. Barricade us.
Oh,
Would barricading really be necessary?
Yes, I think it will be.
You're worrying me, Ardith.
why?
Because if they've said they have put that book on this stall, knowing that one of us would see it, and that one of us would buy it, that book's a message.
A message to the old or to the new?
Both.
A message to the old to return?
I don't know.
There's a lot of things we don't know.
Look, make sure one of you look. Is Anarchy in her room?
I don't know, did she follow us out?
No, she kind of scootled up to the room. She's had a very long, tiring day, so she's basically gone to bed.
She went to bed.
Yeah, she's
She was a little,
she's
pooped.
retired.
Okay. The rest of you, go back to the inn and get some rest. There's a few things I have to go and deal with.
Is it wise for you to go alone?
Would you mind letting us at least know what you have to deal with?
It's impolite not to reply to a message.
But how do you know how to reply if you don't even know what the message is saying?
I know I'm expected. I know where I'm expected. Like I say, just leave this to me.
Ardith, I don't like
All
you
right,
going
then.
off alone.
Ardeth basically storms off towards the beach.
Ardith... Is it dark?
It's starting to get dark, yeah.
Samael also has to go to the beach.
Jeremiah,
No, he's got to go to the main square.
Jeremiah.
Meet up at the main square, and then we'll see from there. We might come back to the inn.
Squish is
Well.
tugging on Jeremiah's sleeve. I think I
Yeah?
should follow her. You know, from the air. Maybe keep an eye on her.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting this, Nikolai.
No,
Damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna speak normal because for some reason we're not picking up. Basically, Squish is saying, should she follow Ardith from the air?
It might be a good idea to keep an eye on her. Don't want any nasty things to happen to her.
Okay. I'll keep an eye. Wear something shiny or something so I can spot you easily in the crowd. Come on, Biddy. Let's go. Did you get that one?
Yeah, I heard that I have to wear something shiny.
Alright, then she's going to hop onto Midnight and take off, keeping high enough where they're going to be well and above the eye line of the crowd, but where she can still see Ardith. Basically
Okay.
circle her from above.
as you watch Ardeth walk down the beach, she crosses round a few corners at the very edge of the cliffs until she reaches a small area of beach where it's sandy, but there's a little bit of foliage as well. There's a small shack, a little fishing map. I should just move us to the map. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to change the music.
Oh no. Squish has a concern.
As you fly around, you realise you could probably hide behind this shack and be able to hear what Ardeth is saying. In front of her, a four-climber woman, dressed in a black robe. In one hand, she's carrying a staff, which on one end is a trident, and on the other is a large, semicircular blade.
We didn't see this woman when we were in the Four Climber camp, did we?
Roll a history check.
History. Nope.
No, you did not see this woman, but you really can't place her at all. All you know is she's a full claimer.
Okay.
So, what are you going to do now?
Squish is gonna keep watch. But at the first sign of the strange four-climber being violent, she's gonna prepare a dart.
I was going to say, do you want to land, or are you just going to keep flying
I thought
above?
we did.
Oh yeah, you landed behind the little hut.
Yeah.
So, well, you landed on the roof, so you kind of... Your head's up over the ridge. Could you roll me a perception check, please?
Come on, Squish.
Yep. As you're listening in, you can hear Ardith. Basically, she is not happy. Who the hell are you, and how the hell did you manage to get your hands on that book? Yes, Ardith Behelim. It is interesting what we can gain access to, isn't it? I would have thought you would have been happy to be reunited with your spellbook after so long. That book belongs to someone else. Someone your ancestors killed. I'm not that woman anymore. It fascinates you to know exactly what the white overseers are up to, isn't it? What are you talking about? Squish, you watch as the overseer, this black-robed person, reaches to pull off her mask. Roll an insight check.
Sure, I can do that. From a rooftop. Insight. 16.
You see Ardith tense up. Her hand is already at her side, reaching for her rapier.
Squish is gonna
How
ready a dart.
Dare you? You cannot blame me for this, Ardith Behelim. I can no longer help my nature any more than you. She replaces the mask, and you can just see Ardith is seething. So we are in agreement then. You will give us the database? Roll me an insight check.
Insight. Sure. Not as good.
Okay, see 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell anything about what Ardith's thinking right now.
It's hard to read the emotions of someone who has porcelain for a face.
You watch as Ardith starts reaching into her bag and pulls out the crystal containing the fake database. You have my assurance. You give me your assurance. If I give this to you, it will be more useful. Yes, it will be very useful. It will certainly allow us to know how to put a stop to this. She indicates her face. To this blasphemy, as you would put it. All we ask is that you use your book. Reawaken your latent powers. And assist us. Very well. I can't guarantee that I will assist you, but you can have the database. Handing this four-claimer the data. She checked it, and shoves it inside her robe. It was so nice to see you. It is... well... to some of us you are still a hero, Ardeth Behelin. But I see that you are not in the mood to revisit your past glories. Farewell. She turns and vanishes into a portal.
Squish is gonna wait to see what Ardith does.
You watch, and I would like you to roll perception.
Never.
Yeah, you watch as you can see the glowing lines on Ardeth's skin visibly turn red as she flicks her hand, sending a ray of frost at this whale skull. You just watch as this skull freezes over and shatters.
Oh shit.
And sorry.
It's just Squish going, oh shit.
Yeah, you can tell that Ardith is just furious right now.
I think it's best we stay hidden, Mitty. I don't think we want her to know we were here at all.
Roll me stealth.
Stealth for Squish, and stealth for Mitty.
Okay.
He gets a +4 to stealth. Because he's a good boy. No!
No. Midnight makes no more noise than the average bird taking off, so leave.
Good, I thought you were about to say he fell through the house or something.
No. Make your way back towards.
As Jeremiah standing there, he just hears the very quiet getting slowly louder. Jeremiah. We have a problem.
Oh, there you are.
I know why she freaked out when she saw the book.
Pardon me, you really cut out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just speak normal then. I know why she freaked out when she saw the book.
Pardon?
It's her book. Look back when she was like evil, before they like wiped her mind and stuff.
Yeah, kind of figured that out.
But there was another foreclaimer who said that the old Ardith, like the evil one, was like their hero, and they wanted the database from the Ark. She gave them the fake.
Great. No, we don't have a database, well,
And
looks like we'll have to ask her a few uncomfortable questions.
The other one wanted her to become evil again. But she looked really pissed off about it. Like,
Yeah.
she blew up a whale skull.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like she wants to be the old Ardith. So, that's kind of a given that she's pissed.
Let's just say when you're having this conversation, I'm staying like 30 feet away.
Yeah.
What's your point,
And-
person within fireball distance?
Yeah, I think it would be wise to talk this over.
Not now. She's super pissed. Wait until the morning.
After I was going to suggest that after she calmed down a bit.
Yeah. Besides, if she does kind of go like really pissed off and start blowing stuff up, it'll ruin Sammy's date.
Yeah. Would you mind leaving the bag of holding with me for the night? Just in case she's rooming with you.
But it has all my shinies in it.
Don't want her to get any silly ideas.
It has all my shinies.
Silly ideas.
Well, you can take the book and keep it safe.
Yeah, keep it safe.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else people would like to do, or do you want to just continue on with your night?
Let's continue on.
I don't know why you're laughing, Sammy.
Let Sammy have his date.
Icy, can you roll me a charisma check, please?
Alright.
Let's see. Is he suave hot
Charisma.
stuff or is he adorkable?
More of the former, less of the latter.
Yeah, that's a pretty successful day. I would like you to roll me a stealth check, please.
Sam?
Squish, Jeremiah, what's your passive perceptions?
12.
Not high enough.
Yeah, Samael and Esmeralda just kind of vanished before you even realise what was.
Yeah, and suddenly we hear rustling from the bushes.
Are you kidding? Some of you wouldn't treat a lady like that. You'd take her to her bed first. And then deflower her.
Who said that you're her first rodeo?
Okay, defile her.
You can take her in the name of Bahamut.
The evening carries on. You partake gladly of the sacrifice, which is a very delicious side of beef. Which, once the mayor gives his little speech and makes his little presentation, is quickly cooked, roasted, cut up, and distributed in little sandwiches amongst the crowd.
This is a very good poultry sandwich.
This is delicious.
Okay, is that
If anyone
Icy,
asks.
did you get that whisper?
Yeah. Yes, like I'm trying to remember the commands.
/W.
But if anyone asks, there was 3 rabbits at the petting zoo.
As the night goes on, the party starts to wind down about 10ish. Squish and Jeremiah, you two are just on your own, so what would you like to do now?
Well, I think I should check up on our bedroom at least. Just knocking, seeing if anyone's there.
Like I'm trying to. Oh.
Question
So
is,
yeah,
did
Jeremiah's
Sally go back
Jeremiah's
to-
going into the inn and
Oh my god.
I think those are whispers.
Sammy go back to the
You-
inn or back to the Lady Kobold's house?
She
Well-
stayed at the inn.
well.
I'd
So
also like-
which room? Ours
Oh.
or hers? That's the interesting part.
I'll tell you what, Samael, can I have a stealth check and a con save, please?
Okay.
Okay, Mollymock.
Don't tell me your
Stealth?
husband's in there.
And con. The night passes. You don't really hear anything going on, but who's going to come down to breakfast first?
At the party?
Before we get to
Yeah.
breakfast, because Ardith shares a room, Squish is basically going to try and get a read on her before she falls asleep.
Ardith didn't come back.
Ah!
Not until you were asleep.
Concerning?
She's just sat there. Just a quick insight. Ooh, yeah, you know she's still pissed.
Morning, Ardith.
And if you can roll me perception as well.
Perception.
You notice small, what can only be described as icicles on her face.
Ardith, are you okay?
It's nothing, Squish.
It's just that you got a little something. Just like pointing at her own face.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about. If I use my magic too much, sometimes it does this. She kind of tries to get rid of the icicles, basically.
And was there a reason you were using your magic?
Yes, I had to let off a little steam last night.
Oh. Was it because of the book?
So you cut out Jurnis.
Squish is trying to not so subtly fish around. She asked, was it because of the book?
Roll me a persuasion.
Sure, because I can do that.
She just kind of looks and just goes, it's complicated.
If it really bothers you, we can help you try and destroy it. You know, tie lots of rocks about it, throw it off the back of the ship.
Just give me 1 second. Ardith looks at you. You see, for the first time you've known her, and the few times you've seen her without her mask, this is the first time you've seen her with a look of pain on her face.
Artie, you know you can, like... You know, I'm not the smartest person, but if you need to talk to someone, I can keep secrets. And Mitty sure as hell can't tell anyone.
Squish, you know how you met your sister?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
When we met her on the sea?
Yeah. Never thought I'd see her again. That was weird.
Well, imagine meeting someone who you never met wearing her face.
That sounds weird.
Now imagine she wasn't here.
I'm sorry, you cut it there. Imagine what?
Now imagine she died 2,000 years ago.
Are you mad because there's someone pretending to be your sister?
Not pretending, but... I don't know what they're doing in Arcadia, but it is sick. And I have to put a stop to it.
Would Squish be smart enough to connect the dots between the Goblin Revenant and this person as possibly being an undead?
You can roll intelligence. Yeah, you got a fairly good look at this woman. She was alive.
Okay. So not undead. Is
I
this
don't know.
something that happened and the book reminds you of it?
I didn't catch that.
Squish is still trying to be as subtle as she can be and is asking, is this something that happened before and does the book remind her of it, or is it something that the book can do that she's scared of?
It's not the book. It's not something that's happened before. It's... My people are scientists. We have no regard for ethics or... We didn't care what we were doing so long as it was expanding our knowledge and making good use of whatever we could discover. And, well, you already know how we can transcribe our memories onto the crystals.
I'm gonna say
They
yes.
copied... I'm sorry?
Squish is just gonna say yes and nod. She barely understands it, but she's got Ardith talking.
Squish. They did it. I don't know why they did it, but they've copied my sister onto someone else. And by the sound of it, they've done it to dozens of people already. And if what she told me is correct, they've not done it just to my sister, they've done it to... They've done it to all the others I worked with back then.
Back when you were not a nice person?
I'm sorry?
Squish is just basically asking back when she was not a nice person.
Yes. Back when I was what they called the Ice Queen.
And you don't want those people around anymore? Because you're not the bad person anymore?
Let's just say, if they're doing what I think they're doing, they're building an army of them. And I know what those people were like. And I'd not like the thought of even one of them coming back to life.
Squish is gonna move over closer to Ardith and just like sit beside her. I know I'm not that smart.
No, you're cutting out.
Damn it. It's like, I know I'm not that smart, but I'm smart enough to know that I like this Ardith better. And I don't want you to go anywhere.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. And Squish is gonna do like that like awkward friend hug. It's like,
I may have... If it comes down to it, I may have to reclaim some of my old spells I created back then.
okay, but can you promise me that you're not gonna do this on your own? I like this Ardith and I don't want her to go away or get in trouble.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, Squish. Look. But at some point in the near future, we will have to go to Arcadia. And it could get bloody, it could get messy. Because some of the people who have been copied onto, they're not happy with what's going on.
Okay.
That's why Arcadia became visible. Or rather, it entered our reality.
Well, if it's
There's a
something...
civil war going on up there.
Ooh, fun. If this is something you need to do, we'll help you, but... Squish, like, just rubbing her hair. It's like, this is emotional stuff that Squish is not good at. He's like, okay. You know Midnight? You know how he's like the most important thing in the world to me?
Mm-hmm.
I trust you to help me keep him safe. And I hope that you can trust me to tell me the truth when things are gonna get dangerous.
Of course, Squish.
Okay. So, we trust each other, right?
Of course.
Okay. Just...
We will I think for now we can... Well, I'll have to tell the others what's gone on, but for now we don't have to tell them about what's happening in Arcadia.
We can talk
Until
about
we
that
sort out...
when we get back on the Ark and no one can overhear us.
That's the best idea, and like I said, we should probably help Lord Lanchester's daughter first.
Yeah. See, this is why no Ardith is good. And again, Squish is gonna do like the awkward little hug and just slip off the bed. Well, let's go get food.
Yes, but Squish, promise me you won't get too disturbed by some of the spells I may have to use.
I barely understand magic in the first place. I have no idea what will go wrong.
Ardith kind of smiles and puts the mask back on.
Like I said,
And just to let you know, this is the first time you've actually ever seen her smile. So,
like I said, I trust this Ardith.
she nods as she starts following you back down to the breakfast area.
Okay.
As
Squish
You're-
is going to make a beeline for Jeremiah. If he's down there.
Yep.
And she's gonna like run over and like do the little beckon to get him to lean down.
Yes, Squish.
We talked. It's good. We'll discuss it in private back on the Ark. So don't try to push anything.
You're cutting
God
out
damn it!
like hell.
Alright. Squish is
I
saying
think it's because
she talked to Ardith. We'll have a full conversation in private on the ship when we know we're not being eavesdropped on. Don't push it in the morning. Don't push it now.
Alright, Squish, thank you for lending this to me. He hands Squish the backpack.
Not that Squish doesn't trust you, but she's gonna open it and like check on her shinies.
Every shiny's accounted for.
Excellent.
Samael, I would like you to roll me a stealth check, please.
Alright, give me a second. I stupidly closed the tab and forgot to open my character sheet again. Stealth, right?
Yep, stealth. Yeah. No one actually sees this as you quickly sneak Esmeralda out towards the door. You kind of stand inside the little foyer area of the doorway, and she's kind of giggling and being really bashful and shy.
He smiles at her and gives her a kiss.
Her tail's basically flicking from side to side at this point. She's extremely happy.
He politely opens the door for her and lets her out.
I hope I...
Okay. I think it's because you guys are trying to whisper that you're cutting out so much.
Yeah. Because I hope I will see you again soon, Samael.
Oh, we should see each other again. I'm sure we'll be around for a little while longer.
She just leans in, kisses your cheek, and then scampers off back to her stall.
Sam's just smiling and makes his way over to the rest of the party.
And just for context, last night you were plastic fantastic.
He's just
And you
a
didn't
love
make a
machine.
sound. And you didn't make a sound.
I'm just gonna assume he is just striding over with an exaggerated strut with a big toothy grin.
Looks like someone had a very successful date.
Oh yes, we had a wonderful time. She's a lovely young lady.
Jeremiah just gives him a very telling look. Well, I'm glad the two of you had fun.
And I think it might be a good place to leave it there for tonight.
Yeah.
So, going
Don't worry,
down. So, play the game first of all.
Probably Sammy getting to have some fun.
Yeah, I want to nominate Squish getting that duck with 2 natural 20s.
You do realise she's gonna get up to some shenanigans with that goblin plush, right?
Yes,
It's gonna be
I
a
do.
distraction.
Fail of the game.
Goblin in the goblin kobold fight. Yeah.
Fail of the game.
Jeremiah not reading the room at times.
Yeah, the net one on perception.
Yeah.
Four.
Lastly, any theories, ideas?
Synths.
Sammy's gonna be a daddy!
But Jeremiah didn't even kiss a lady.
So Icy never tempts someone who has access to a tome of erotic fiction, erotic fantasy.
Oh, Jesus.
The legendary book, passed down through knowledge from the Spoony One himself. But yeah, any other theories, ideas, anyone?
Well, there are more than 2 factions. Is what I presume. We have the military, we have the arseholes, and in between them are the regular folk who kind of just want to live in peace.
I have to say we all took it very well that Holly just disappeared.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, Anarchy did basically give you the impression nothing's to, don't worry about it. It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. I'm going to claim that Jeremiah has seen this before. Once.
You might have done. You've known Holly a while, so you
Yeah.
might have seen it.
Also, Jeremiah must have crossed paths with another character of mine once. Though he doesn't remember his name. Oh, and of course he knows the elf warlock with his book on snow magic.
So, we're going to go down the line. It's a good night from Kork.
Good night, and keep your nose clean.
Okay. A good night from Icy.
Good night, everyone.
A good night. A good night from Jurnis.
Good night.
And it's a good night from me. Good night.
Good night.
Bye. everybody.
Night.